So, Honorable Speaker, I really want to applaud this nullification of this particular instrument, Honorable Speaker. And I think this is also a call for this Honorable House to be very careful about the laws that we enact. Because looking at some of the provisions that were contained in this particular act, Honorable Speaker, one of them was providing immunity from suit and legal processes for acts, omissions in official duties for these particular diplomats. They were being given exemptions from direct taxes or salaries emoluments. They were being given immunity from national service. They were given immigration and registration exemptions. They were being given exchange control privileges and repatriation facilities. They were being allowed, Honorable Speaker, free importation of anything, duty-free importation of furniture, personal effects, household goods on first arrival. Honorable Speaker, all these privileges, in as much as we accept, Kenya has become a hub of diplomatic missions, global, Honorable Speaker. And as we welcome even the decision by the UN to really set up a substantial office here in Nairobi, that does not mean that we need to advantage foreigners over Kenyan citizens, Honorable Speaker. And of late, you've seen some of these privileges that are given to these foreigners, Honorable Speaker. They end up abusing them. Honorable Speaker, just the other day you saw the Russian guy coming to this country and doing all manner of things, including breaching our data protection laws. We know the allegations, and the Honorable John Kagiri keeps talking about, Jane Kagiri talks about the intricacies being done to the people of Nanyuki by the British army people who are training there, Honorable Speaker. And therefore, it's very important in as much as we become very welcoming, and we really welcome all these foreigners to come and invest in our country, to come and live here, to come and set up the offices
What
here.
is this Russian thing?
But, so, Honorable Speaker, there is a Russian who ameshikanisha inchi a few weeks ago. Some Russian guy, he came. He was wearing these sunglasses that has cameras. He was picking up women all over the place and doing all manner of unimaginable things with them and recording them, and later releasing them. And some of them are very embarrassing, Honorable Speaker, and has really degraded, even though some of the actions by those women may not be upheld as good, Honorable Speaker, but recording them, some of them are mothers, some of them, it has broken quite a number of marriages, Honorable Speaker, because some of them were admitting they are married, but they were really willing to do anything to go with that white man, Honorable Speaker. And perhaps we have a discussion with some of my friends, and this is some of the what do you call it? When growing up, all the soap operas that are fed to our children and to our girls, now people imagine that the only romantic men are white people, or the people that are not black. And many women also believe that if you get acquainted with someone who is white, or then utatoka block, you will get out of poverty. And therefore, they are willing to really go out and do anything possible, Honorable Speaker, as a way of trying to safeguard their fortunes, Honorable Speaker. So that is the story of the Russian guy. So it's very important, Honorable Speaker, that as we saw again last year, some Chinese employer, Honorable Speaker, slapping and beating up his employees. And I think we need to be, in as much as we need to be welcoming, this particular foreigners cannot operate outside the laws of our land. Whether it is our employment laws, whether it was the data protection laws, whether it is all those things that are criminal, those that are not, and we must safeguard our interests. Selfish, Honorable Speaker. If any of us goes and commits some of the crimes that these foreigners commit in this country, and we commit those crimes in their countries, Honorable Speaker, you will rot in jail in their countries. And it's a high time that as a country, we also take note of this. And those foreigners that break the lands of our land, they should be repatriated. We should ask them to be repatriated back to this country to face the full force of law. And they should be imprisoned here in Kamiti, not taken back to their countries for imprisonment. Because like when Kenyans commit crimes in those other countries, some of them are thrown to jail. We have seen petitions coming from this house for members where they are saying some of their constituents have been jailed in India, others in other countries for years, for very many years for some very petty crimes. So we really need to be, not to allow again these foreigners to come from their countries to disrespect us, to disrespect our women, to disrespect our laws, to disrespect the laws of of our land, and we should take as much as stern action to those foreigners as they will take on us if we committed those crimes in the respective countries. So for that, I really support the mover of the motion, the Honorable Gishimo, for this nullification. And again, we must be selfish as a country. And as much as we're opening our doors to foreigners to come in our country, it does not mean they come and demean us. It does not mean they come and take us as their slaves. They must come and follow the laws of our land. The same way, when you go to their land, we strictly adhere to their laws. And the same way they are strict on us if you break the laws of their land when they visit their land, the same way we should be strict on them when they come and break the laws of our land. I beg to support, Honorable Speaker.
Member for Jomvu, you want to speak on this? Member for Jomvu, this is your chance to